was merits of Mendeleev's periodic table. Now students, when I talk about merits, what did we discuss that? The first point, I want everyone to repeat after me, everyone. The first point is, as you can see it on the screen, atomic masses of some elements were revised so as to give them a proper place in the periodic table in accordance to their properties. This whole point, when you are revising students, at least the main word you need to keep in your mind. That is, when we talk about the first merit, we are going to remember about the revision of atomic masses. And what was the example we had discussed here? Beryllium was changed to the correct value of 9.4 and was placed before boron. Okay? And what was the second point? Mendeleev kept some vacant places in the periodic table for the elements not discovered till then. And not only that, he also predicted the properties even before they were discovered and which were found to be correct. If you remember, in the last class, we also discussed about the comparison of elements between Eka, aluminium and gallium. Students, you also need to remember that table for this answer. That is also expected in the exam. And the third point, there was no places reserved for noble gases in the Mendeleev's periodic table. But however, when they were discovered later, Mendeleev could easily place them in the table without disturbing the position of the other elements. So these were the three important merits we came to know about Mendeleev. But even after that, when I ended my lecture last time, I told you that even after giving this beautiful classification of elements, even being able to classify all the 63 elements known to him at that time, Mendeleev classification failed. What is the reason of the failure for Mendeleev's classification? Let us have a look at that. Let us start with demerits of Mendeleev's periodic table. Now the first demerit, students, the whole number atomic mass. Why do I use atomic mass? Because that is the basis to classify the element. The whole number atomic mass of elements, cobalt and nickel, were the same. They had the same whole number atomic mass, not in decimal. Therefore, there was ambiguity. Ambiguity means there was a confusion. We were not able to know what to do. There were more than two answers for this question. There was an ambiguity regarding their sequence in the table. Now, when I just say the point, it doesn't get into your mind. Let us see the table and understand what was the problem. This again, I am showing you the picture of Mendeleev's periodic table. And the one thing which I have circled here, can you see here, students? Here there are four elements. Fe, that is my iron, 56. Cobalt, which is CO, 59. Nickel, Ni, which is 59. So can you see here, cobalt and nickel are having the same atomic mass. When both of them have the same atomic mass, then there's a question, where are we supposed to place them in the table? This was the ambiguity. This was the problem regarding cobalt and nickel. So that becomes our first point or first demerit. Let us repeat everyone together. The whole number atomic mass of the elements, cobalt and nickel, is the same. Therefore, there was ambiguity regarding their sequence in the table. Students, the language which I'm using here on the screen is what is given in the textbook. So if you keep on repeating these words, your answers will become perfect. Because when you're writing your answer, you need to use the language which is given in the textbook. That will fetch you more marks. So the first demerit was regarding the atomic mass of elements cobalt and nickel. Because they both had the same atomic mass, so there was problem in placing them, which we have already seen in the table. So we came to know the first problem in Mendeleev's periodic table. Let's move on to the next problem. The second demerit, students, isotopes. Have you heard this word before? हाँ, सुना तो है पर कुछ याद नहीं आ रहा है. वो regular है हमारा. Let me first explain what are isotopes. Students, isotopes are atoms of the same elements. They are atoms of the same elements which have same atomic number but different atomic mass number. Atoms of the same element having same atomic number but different atomic mass number. टीचर अभी भी समझ में नहीं आया, फिर से देखते हैं. See students, isotopes were discovered long time after Mendeleev put forth the table. And isotopes have same atomic number, means they'll have same chemical properties, but their atomic masses were different. अगर atomic mass different है same element का, so where am I supposed to place them in the table? So again there was a problem, a challenge in placing them in the Mendeleev's periodic table. See students, if we are accepting a table universally, every possibility should be there to place the element successfully. If I am able to see all these flaws, it is very difficult to go ahead with this classification. Let us see in the table how isotopes had a problem here. Let us take one example of chlorine. Now students, there are many elements which have isotopes. Here I am using one example of chlorine. Chlorine's isotopes are one with atomic mass number 35 and another with atomic mass number 37. As both are chlorine means both are atoms of the same element. Same atomic number but different atomic mass number. तो अभी तुम्हारा क्वेश्चन होगा मैम अगर मास नंबर अलग है तो उससे प्रॉब्लम क्या है, क्या प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है, किसी को आंसर आता है इसका? What was the basis to classify the table students? The base we used was atomic mass. अगर इनका atomic mass ही अलग है तो क्या हम एक ही क्लोरीन को दो पोजीशन दे सकते हैं क्या टेबल में? Can we put the same chlorine two different places? No. So again, isotopes had a problem being placed in the periodic table. So that becomes students our second demerit of isotopes. And what was the problem? Isotopes were discovered long time after Mendeleev put forth the table. And what are isotopes? They have same chemical properties but different atomic masses. So a challenge was placed in placing them. दो पॉइंट डिस्कस किया. फर्स्ट क्या था? It was about placing which two elements? Cobalt and nickel. क्या प्रॉब्लम था? Whole number atomic mass was same. Second point is regarding isotopes. Isotopes did not have a proper place in the table. So we are already facing two problems. Let's see what's the third one. Students, when elements are arranged in the increasing order of their atomic masses, this is what every scientist did, right? Can you recollect the names of the scientists we had discussed? Do you remember कौन scientists थे? At least try to think, students. Dobrinier, Newlands and Mendeleev. और अभी तक हमने देखा तीनों साइंटिस्ट फेल हो गए. क्या रीजन हो सकता है? तीनों में कॉमन क्या था? Try to connect to the answer. तीनों में कॉमन क्या था? All were classifying the elements on the basis of atomic masses. They were all arranging the elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses. And as we had discussed in the merits of Mendeleev, he had left some vacant space. अगर students elements को arrange कर रहे हैं, but the arrangement is not uniform. What do I mean when I say the arrangement is not uniform? Let us see the table to understand this answer. Let's take one group and period here. I hope you remember these two words: group, period. Horizontal rows, vertical columns. Horizontal rows are known as periods. Vertical columns are known as groups. So everyone see group 2, where you can see Li 7, Be 9.4, B 11, C 12, N 14, O 16, and F as 19. If you observe the period carefully, is the increase in the number uniform? Are they increasing at the interval of 2? Are they increasing at the interval of 5? Or is it they're increasing at the interval of 10? कोई fixed pattern है क्या इनका increase होने का? नहीं. अगर ये fixed pattern में increase नहीं हो रहे हैं, then how can I predict that how many elements would be discovered between two heavy elements? जो last time हमने discuss किया था, you can also see period 4. Calcium 40 and titanium 48. इन दोनों के बीच में Mendeleev had left a vacant space, writing is equals to 44. Here, one element can come. Here, two element can also come. Here, three element can also come. So, can you decide or can you predict how many elements are going to come? और ये problem क्यों face कर रहे हैं हम लोग? Because when elements are arranged in an increasing order of their atomic masses, the rise in atomic mass does not appear to be uniform. And because there is no regularity, there is no pattern, it was difficult to predict how many more elements would come in between. So we just can't keep on changing the table again and again to make the classification happen. So with this all flaws, we could move ahead by taking Mendeleev's classification. So I hope you understood the third point, everyone. It is about elements being arranged in the increasing order of their atomic masses. Because the rise does not appear to be uniform, we are taking it as a demerit of Mendeleev's periodic table. We have not finished yet. We have one more problem. There is one more demerit in Mendeleev's periodic table that is related to position of hydrogen. But let me tell you one more thing here. Position of hydrogen का problem, students, till today we are facing this problem. क्योंकि जो हाइड्रोजन का प्रॉपर्टीज है वो तो चेंज हुआ नहीं है. तो टुडे आल्सो देयर इज डिफिकल्टी इन प्लेसिंग हाइड्रोजन इन द प्रॉपर क्लासिफिकेशन. अभी क्वेश्चन अराइजेस हाइड्रोजन का क्या प्रॉब्लम है. लेट अस सी. हाइड्रोजन शोज सिमिलैरिटी विद हैलोजेंस ग्रुप 7. अभी हियर आई एम अज्यूमिंग दिस वर्ड हैलोजेंस यू हैव नॉट कम अक्रॉस बिफोर, व्हिच आर इंक्लूडेड इन ग्रुप 7. Students, elements of group 7 are given collectively one term which is called as halogens. What are halogens? We'll be discussing in the later part of the chapter in detail. But for now, for this point, I want you all to know that group 7 elements are addressed as halogens. Hydrogen showed properties similar to that of halogens. For example, molecular formula of hydrogen is H2. Students, hydrogen is a gas. And it's diatomic in nature. When I say diatomic means hydrogen exists as H2. Similarly, the molecular formula of the halogens. अभी मैंने बताया group 7 को हम बोलते हैं halogens. Halogens के elements are fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, and so on. So like hydrogen made the formula H2, halogens के elements also make the same formula, which is F2 and Cl2. So if we see the properties of group 7 and if we see the properties of hydrogen, they are same. If they both are same, that means उसको कहाँ पे डालना पड़ेगा? Group 7. तो confusion क्या है? Easy है, डाल दो group 7 में. Let's see one more thing. क्या problem हुआ? Along with that, hydrogen also showed similarity in chemical properties with alkali metals. अभी तुम अपना सर मत पकड़ो प्लीज, ध्यान से सुनो. अभी तुम्हारा क्वेश्चन है alkali metal क्या होता है. Let's see group 1. Elements of group 1 are addressed as alkali metals. When more research was done, it was found that hydrogen also had resemblance in properties with group 1. Like in group 1 elements, here you can see, students, can you see group 1, everyone in the table? This is group 1, which are alkali metals. And what are group 7 called? What are group 7 called? Halogens. Very good. Group 1 alkali metals and group 7 halogens. अगर वो group 7 के जैसे भी behave करता है, group 1 के जैसे भी behave करता है, then where should we place hydrogen? This was the problem regarding position of hydrogen. That means I am having no fixed position of hydrogen, which I told you earlier that today also hydrogen is behaving like both of them. So we're still not able to understand where to place the hydrogen. So these were the 4 demerits which were faced during Mendeleev's classification of elements. Let us quickly revise, students, what did we study today? The 4 demerits. The first one, before I tell you the exact points, I want everyone to recollect in your own words what you remember. First point kya tha? Just remember the keyword. First point was regarding placing which 2 elements, cobalt and nickel. What was the problem? Their atomic mass was same. So there was a confusion in where to place them. What is the second point regarding what was the important word which we use here? Isotopes. क्या होते हैं isotopes? Have same chemical properties but different atomic masses. So again, a problem in placing them in Mendeleev's periodic table. Third point, if the rise in atomic mass is not uniform, so can we predict the number of elements in between two heavy elements? No. So again, a problem. And the fourth point was regarding position of hydrogen. Position of hydrogen. Very nice. Now I want everyone to read one point thoroughly so that you are able to by heart this answer very well. From this chapter, students, periodic classification of elements, Mendeleev is the most important scientist because even if his classification failed, he gave us very important basis to understand how are we supposed to move ahead in this classification. So what's the first point? Everyone read it together. The whole number, atomic mass of the elements, which is cobalt and nickel, is the same. Therefore, there was ambiguity regarding their sequence in the table. Second point. Isotopes were discovered long time after Mendeleev put forth the periodic table. And isotopes have same chemical properties but different atomic masses. So, a challenge was posed in placing them. Third point. Keep on revising, students. Third point. When elements are arranged in the increasing order of their atomic masses, the rise in atomic mass does not appear to be uniform. The rise in atomic mass does not appear to be uniform. And the fourth point is regarding position of hydrogen. And what is position of hydrogen? किस दो group के जैसे behave किया उसने? Group 7 and group 1. What are group 7? Halogens. What are group 1? Alkali metals. Hydrogen shows similarity with halogens, which is my group 7. And it's the same way there is similarity in chemical properties of hydrogen and alkali metals, which are group 1. I assume that with this demerits you understand, yes, the classification had to fail because ये सब का तो problem solve ही नहीं हुआ है. तो टेंशन मत लो कि यार अभी एक और साइंटिस्ट पढ़ना पड़ेगा. थिंक कि इतना मेहनत करने के बाद, इतना दिमाग लगाने के बाद भी क्लासिफिकेशन फेल हो गया. There was one man in this state student who felt very bad for Mendeleev. He was a fan of Mendeleev. He always used to think Mendeleev is a great scientist. इतना intelligent आदमी कैसे fail हो गया? So this comes in the year 1913 AD. He was an English scientist. His name was Henry Moseley. Students, Henry Moseley was a physicist basically. He wasn't into this classification of elements. He was not so keen on doing that. But because he was a fan of Mendeleev, he thought, how could a great scientist like him fail in doing something? Kuch to gadbad hai. So he thought, let me now do the classification. But because he started doing the classification, he had to first go through the failures. Remember in the first class we had discussed कि जब अगर law fail हो जाता है तो फिर से पढ़ने की जरूरत है. Only after I study the failures, I will understand what was the reason for the failure. So when he inspected the demerits of the previous attempts of classification, he discovered that it's the atomic number which is the most fundamental property of the element and not atomic mass. If you can see, students, atomic number के बाजू में मैंने एक Z लिखा हुआ है. What does that Z indicates? It's the symbol. And what's atomic number? Atomic number of an element is the number of protons in the nucleus of the atom. It also showcases the number of electrons. Basically, students, atomic number is number of protons or number of electrons. अभी तुम्हारा क्वेश्चन होगा यार इतने टाइम से हम एटॉमिक मास के बारे में पढ़ रहे हैं, अभी एटॉमिक नंबर कहां से बीच में आ गया? This is what Moseley helped us. This is the most important thing. All the three scientists were taking the base only wrong. They were considering that atomic mass is the fundamental characteristic. But वो तो है ही नहीं. क्यों नहीं है? क्यों atomic mass नहीं और क्यों atomic number है? Think. Don't just learn for the sake of it. Understand. He concluded that it is the electrons that take part in chemical reaction and not protons. Therefore, atomic number is the most fundamental property. Students, whenever we talk about chemistry, the first thing that comes to your mind is chemical reactions. और reaction में सबसे पहला चीज आता है क्रिस क्रॉस. और क्रिस क्रॉस हम किसको करते हैं? Electrons. That is the valency. मतलब whenever a reaction is happening, it is the electrons which is taking part and not protons. So if electrons are taking part, we need to take it as an important element, isn't it? So atomic number is the fundamental characteristic. So now the whole concept has changed. All this while, we were only taking the elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses. Now what did Moseley change? What did Moseley said? He said that discovery of atomic numbers changed the whole perspective of the elements and their properties. How? And Mendeleev's periodic law. What was Mendeleev's periodic law? Do you remember? What was Mendeleev's periodic law? Anyone? Mendeleev's periodic law was the properties of the elements are the periodic function of their atomic masses. Why did he take atomic mass? क्यों atomic mass लिया उसने? क्योंकि उसका table was based on increasing order of their atomic mass. But now, after Moseley came into picture, he changed the entire concept. He changed the entire concept and he said that the properties of the elements are the periodic function of their atomic numbers and not atomic mass. Why atomic number? बताओ क्यों atomic number आया? हमने अभी discuss किया. Because it's the electrons which take part in the reaction and not the protons. So Mendeleev's periodic law changed to modern periodic law. See, I told you that Henry Moseley was a great fan of Mendeleev. He changed the entire concept, but he did not put his name in between. He did not wanted Mendeleev to be wrong in any way. So not giving his name, he just changed Mendeleev's periodic law to modern periodic law. He did not use his name. And what is modern periodic law? Just a simple change in the answer. Modern periodic law is the properties of the elements are the periodic function of their atomic numbers. Once again, everyone, what's modern periodic law? The properties of the elements are the periodic function of their atomic numbers. And when I say properties, what are the properties are we dealing with? Physical and chemical properties. Very good. On the basis of this table, on the basis of this law, he also made a table which was called as modern periodic table, which was also called as modern periodic table. अभी तक हमने क्या पढ़ा? आज we discussed about the demerits, how Mendeleev failed. Then we studied how Henry Moseley came into picture, how he changed the entire base to classify the elements. All this while, for understanding the concept, we were using Mendeleev's periodic table. But now the table has changed into modern periodic table because my base of classification has changed from atomic mass to atomic number. From atomic mass to atomic number. I hope you all are understanding. Just before I end up with my lecture, let me give you a layout of how modern periodic table looks like. This is how the modern periodic table looks like, students. And as we have studied, मैंने पहले भी बताया कि Moseley was a fan of Mendeleev. He tried to keep most of the things same. जो हमने Mendeleev में पढ़ा उसी को उसने same रखने की कोशिश की. जैसे कि हमारे आ जाता है next thing is periods. You remember? What are periods? Horizontal rows in the modern periodic table were also called as periods. Horizontal rows in the modern periodic table are called as periods, just like we've discussed in Mendeleev's periodic table. And what's the next thing? Groups. What are groups? The vertical column in the modern periodic table are called as groups. Vertical column in the modern periodic table are called as groups. So just like Mendeleev's periodic table, in modern periodic table also we have periods and groups. We have periods and groups. Let us see what is happening here. If you can compare this table with Mendeleev's periodic table, the number of elements have definitely increased. Mendeleev के time पे कितना elements पता था? 63. But by the time of Henry Moseley, the number of elements have increased. So he also had to increase the table. So the other name of modern periodic table is also known as long form of the periodic table. Because in order to place all the known elements, Moseley added more groups. Periods at the time of Mendeleev was also 7, and now also they are 7. Moseley only added more groups. Hence, it is also called as long form of the periodic table. What it is also called as long form of the periodic table. And what all things are there in this period? In modern periodic table, students, as you can see carefully, there are 18 groups. Can you see the vertical columns numbered from 1 to 18? These are 18 groups. Horizontal rows are 7 periods. Horizontal rows are 7 periods. Along with that, if you see at the bottom, 2 additional rows are also placed. This is how the actual classification of elements is done, and this is how the periodic table looks like now. So if the question is coming in your mind, अरे बाप रे पूरा पढ़ना पड़ेगा क्या? सब elements को by heart करना पड़ेगा? Is the most obvious questions being asked. Don't worry, students. You don't have to study the entire table, but you do have to study a lot of elements in this table. And I'm here. I'll help you understand and by heart all the elements very well. But for now, only understand the layout. What is the layout here? How many periods do I have? How many periods do I have? Can you see the periods? 7. How many groups do I have? 18. And what is the additional thing which is present in the table? Yes, we have 2 additional rows at the bottom of the periodic table. With this, I'll wind up my today's class. But before I end with the lecture, let me give you a small homework today. What did we start with today, students? We studied demerits of Mendeleev's periodic table, which is given in your textbook on page number, just let me help you with this. This is your textbook, page number 20. Can you see demerits of Mendeleev's periodic table? These 4 points you all have to learn very well. And I would request that today only, after you get over with all your lectures, please read all the 4 points so the clarity is there in your mind as we have discussed them today. Along with that, you will also write modern periodic law, which is given at the end of the chapter, end of this page. Properties of elements are the periodic function of their atomic numbers. So these 2 things you're going to do before we meet for our next class. And so I'll stop sharing my screen with you for today. Hello, Dhruv sir, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I finished with my lecture for today.